when it comes to exam environment, these are some of just the sample questions. These are obviously not the exact questions, but when it comes to specialist exam, which is your performance-based exam, some of the sample questions that you might get is like you have to write a SAS program, like I was telling you earlier. So there will be some tables or something that will be given to you. You're supposed to be creating some temporary table. You have to read from the input table, do some filtering, and come up with new columns, do some calculations, and so on. Now, obviously, when it comes to exam questions, it is very much necessary that we know what that question is trying to ask us. We have to read it carefully. We need to know how to write the SAS program or edit the SAS program, and so on. And then, of course, follow the nitty-gritties, like what is the name of the file that you have to be giving. That will be mentioned in the question, and please follow the instructions nicely. Let's assume that this is what was asked to you, and you write a code to solve this particular problem, and then you will have to write down the answers. So after you write the program, how many rows are there in your output table? So you'll have to mention that. And what is the value of a particular value there for a particular column or a particular row? What is the value for the first star, and so on? Based on your output, you are supposed to be answering these questions, right? So this is your performance-based exam, and then programming question will look something like this. Now, when it comes to your choice of programming interface, I don't know which one you will be comfortable with. You can choose SAS Studio. You can also choose windowing environment, the legacy interface if you want, and SAS Enterprise Guide or SAS EG, right? So please note that these are the interfaces that are available to you. I will say that whatever is your comfort level, which one you know the best, go for it and continue the same throughout the exam, right? So to maintain that consistency, SAS Studio, EG or windowing environment. The choice will be up to you, you decide. Now there is this tutorial that will tell you what is expected, basically the exam environment that is going to be presented. Got some screenshots for your information. Assuming that this is your specialist exam, performance-based exam, your lab is loading and then your project instructions will appear here. And then this is how your exam environment will start to look like. And you check resolutions, lab area is resizable, right? So adjust the screen. Whatever is available to you within those boundaries, you can go ahead and work with that lab environment. There will be buttons to guide you. Is there any help that you need as far as the environment is concerned? There is some troubleshooting available as well. And then of course, previous, next, the buttons. Now when you click on next, there will be something like practice session, we will say, or a preparation section. So just configure your labs, get yourself familiarized with the environment, so that's the point. And then once again, once you're done with this, there is next button that you're supposed to be choosing. Now, once again, please notice your keyboard shortcuts and all that. Some of them might not be working. So please notice this is an exam environment. So you need to know how to get the things done. Generally, if your keyboard is configured in a particular way and you expect that everything should work exactly like that during exam, it might not work, right? So I suggest be cautious about that, be aware of that part. And then of course, access to the documentation is provided. So this is your documentation.sas.com, the website that you can refer to. Honestly, my suggestion is that do not spend too much time on it, because you have time-bound exam and you need to do time management really very well. And this is the important point, the response of these documentation. It's a website ultimately, and it is going to be available to you within that environment, right? So the response sometimes can get slow. So I will suggest that you try to do everything as much as possible, but obviously do time management. And if you quickly want to refer to a particular syntax or particular statement or something, go ahead and do that, but just take care of the time. That's one thing for your info. And then of course, next is like the environment. And after that, obviously you will be starting your exam, right? And then like I said, you can do it online. Okay, so run statement, do we have limits? No, if you click run, the run will run. It's not that it will take too much time or something. No, that should not be a problem. People who are going to take exam online, let me tell you, there is this chat support is quite prompt, and there will be someone to help you out if you think that, oh, my screen is frozen, or something is going wrong. There will be people like the person, the proctor as we call it, as will be available. If you're taking it in a classroom setup or something, obviously you will have your invigilators to help you out as well, right? So don't worry about that part. And run statement, when you hit your run statement, the speed and all that, I don't really think that it's like going to be going in a hang or something, right? Generally should not be a problem. Okay, so one more question that I can see out here is, do you have SAS certifications that expire? Yes, some of the SAS certification exams, they come with an expiry date of 5 years, right? But it depends on certification to certification. So it's always a good idea to go ahead and look at that SAS certification website, that page. And for that particular exam, everything will be mentioned very clearly, right? But for these, I think should not be an issue. But there are some exams, there's a 5 years expiry date that they come with. Yeah, so depends on exam to exam, I will say. Do I have to run the program only once, or can I run it multiple times? Yeah, you can, as long as you want to run it, you go ahead and run it. If you are not happy with it, you change your answer, no problem. No problem. Of course, after you end the exam, you cannot do anything, but before you submit the exam, you have got ample chances to review, change your answers, no problem, right? So that's possible. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I think, yes, we are closing the session now. Yeah, thanks a lot, and hope to see you around. All the best to all of you. Thank you.